what happened is that my character got killed off, and the fans revolted, flew an airplane with a banner, and so they brought me
awesome.
and they brought me back. And what's interesting is it was so touching to me because, you know, as an actor, you with social media now, you get a better grasp as to your connection with fans. But prior to that, you know, you don't realize how you affect people. Then all of a sudden you see everything you've done and like the effect it really has on people, and it was such an incredible experience for me as an actor because, you know, you realize why you're doing it. You know, you realize who you're doing it for. So it was very fulfilling. Little thing.
Was she up till 6 this morning as well? Yes.
Daniel?
Yes.
What did you think about my community leaving and Justin Hartley replacing him?
You know what? I think Justin hit the ground running really well. I think he's very good at what he does. I think he plays the character extremely well. And I don't think Michael Muniz suspected or expected that someone was going to come and replace me so effectively. Because you see the way that Billy Abbott recast went after Billy Miller left, which didn't fare that well. But no, Justin. I mean, Justin is right now the keystone of the show, and everything's standing around him. You know, so you know, good to him. You know, I think he's doing a great job, and you know, I mean, that's what you want. So, I mean, this is a team sport. I don't want some actor to replace another actor and come up and suck, because then the show sucks. You know, I want the best team we can have, the best actors, the best directors, the best writers, the best of everything, because then the show's better for it. And you guys get a better show, and then you guys enjoy your show. And
well, we enjoy it anyway.
True.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, but that's what I like to see. I like to see actors come in. And also for the actor, I don't want to see an actor come in and struggle. You know, I don't want to see an actor come in and have a hard time with the show. I mean, you see a lot of, because we've had some primetime actors come in and do guest spots, and they fold under the pressure. It'd be like being a boxer and having to have 6 fights back to back. You know, as opposed to having a training camp and prepare for one fight, then have one fight. You know, because that's what they're used to. And they literally just fold under the pressure. And then you have someone like Ray Wise.
And it has very specific tools.
Yeah.
For example, you would never audition for your show the same way you would audition for Game of Thrones or something on HBO. Meaning it is a very specific skill set that some actors try to adopt or try to acclimate with. You know, miserably, same with sitcom.
Yeah.
You know, you try to go in and you're missing rhythms and beats and pacing and understanding the camera, understanding of 3 jokes per piece, whatever it might be. There are different styles of performance depending upon the show that you are in. The show that, whether it's featured, whether it's television, different styles of performance.
Right.
That always, I mean, I marvel over the soap actor's ability to master that formula and carry the volume of content. You're getting scripts the night before, shooting 4 episodes the next day.
Yeah, I think for me, to counter a little bit what you said, like I'm a big believer in as long as it's real. I mean, I'm not a fan of soapy acting, and I've seen some performances on other shows, or kind of like I'll watch the daytime Emmys and I'll see someone who's nominated, and if you always see who's nominated, it's the dude who's screaming and the girl who's crying. And if you play anything really close to the best, if you play it really real and solid, there will be no love for it, you know, so.
Well, there's an audience expectation.
100%. And like, I'll be on the set, and like there were scenes where when Kane found out that Lily tells Kane that she slept with Joe, and how I wanted to play the scene versus how a couple of the people who were in a position to tell me how to play the scene. I mean, it was chalk and cheese, because they wanted bidding and bravado, and I'm like, for a start, you know, if someone ever drops a hammer on you like that, you don't click straight away. You've got to go through the process of there's shock, then there's metabolizing what you've heard, then there's how do I deal with the situation, and then finally, in the 4th scene or 3rd scene, you may show the anger, but then you realize that that's not going to fulfill your character objective. And the other hard thing about daytime too is you don't know where the character's going. So like at least in film, or maybe in a long run or serial-based show, you may have an idea of where you're going, so you can steer it in that direction. Like you might play a scene one way, and then the next week they've got you playing it a different way because they're writing it differently, and you're kind of like, oh shit, how do I fix that?
On this scene that you're referencing, what ended up being the take? Did you have to give them that larger pass?
No, on the death scene or?
No,
Oh, the scene? No, I wouldn't do it.
So you did what you wanted.
I just do what I want to do.
Fantastic.
Because, you know, there's a great quote.
Takes great courage.
Yeah, there's a great quote from,
You said, I got a fucking banner, man, to this
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
I'll do whatever the fuck I want.
yeah. No, because, I mean, if it doesn't ring true to me, I don't feel like it's real, like I can't do it. You know, a lot of people I think they're really big and it's just over the top. It's because they don't know why they're saying what they're saying. They're saying words. You know, and I try not to go for that.
What's your relationship with the writers? A good relationship with them?
I met some writers in the daytime Emmys. I had no idea who they were. Because we don't know the writers. The writers live around the country. They're in Boston, they're in Mississippi, they're in Atlanta, they're in Colorado. So, because nowadays as a writer, you can just write and email everything in. So, I've met a couple of the writers. Well, it'll be interesting. We'll get the script and we'll look who wrote the dialogue, because the head writer doesn't write the dialogue. Well, he comes up with a story, then there's an outline writer, and then there's a dialogue writer. So, what we'll do is we'll see who wrote the dialogue, and it's interesting, like, you go, okay, that's so-and-so, so you kind of expect it, you know where it's going to go, because the way they'll write you versus somebody else is rather different. So, yeah, I mean, we don't change much of the stuff we're given, but, I mean, I had some dialogue the other day where it's just not what I would say, so I could keep the crux of it there, keep all the key points, and then reword it as to how I would say it, because then it's more trickling off the tongue, and it makes more sense, and there's more honesty, which all I care about when it hits the air is that it's honesty.
How far in advance do you take?
I think we're about 6 weeks in the moment. About 6 weeks. During the writer's strike of 07, it got down to like, I think 6 days, and we'd have to go on live. I think General Hospital shot a live episode, maybe half a month, 6 months back, half a year back. They shot a live episode, and everyone was excited for it. I'm like, dude, what are you excited for?
Right, I was excited to start shooting the fans.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I remember doing theater, man, opening night, I was like, oh, I don't want to do that again. I mean, I'll do it again, but maybe. That was like,
We should do a play together.
it was intimidating. You know, as long as I mean, the thing is like, as long as you're down with dialogue, it's like, my goal is to know my dialogue inside out, forwards, backwards, upside down. I'll learn your dialogue too. So I always learn the other actors' dialogue as well, because then at least I know that while they're talking to me, if there's something technical happening, like we'll have stuff where, you know, someone will move and all of a sudden, you know, the camera's got to adjust, so you'll see a camera adjusting, then the boom will adjust, and it will pull you out of the scene. So it's good to always kind of get a vibe for what the scene's about and what they want out of the scene so you can play it as well. Do you guys do plays up at your school? That you do?
Exclusively on TV.
Really? Yeah, it's,
There's a lot of theater schools in Toronto.
yeah.
Originally, the concept was a hybrid of stage and screen focus. I wanted to specialize.
Yeah. And do they get like a wheel at the end of it? Like, is there a course where they can put a wheel together
Every
and
single
stuff?
class is documented. They don't have a wheel per se, but kind of see content. It's depending on what level of training you're at. I mean, we have classes for new actors. IOC classes that are on camera. We have master classes. We have 8 to 9, 10 to 12, 13, 15, 16 to 18, 19 through 39, and we have 40 and up.
Right.
So the master classes all feature, we have a set that we use at the studio where there is scenery. The vast majority, we're very big on providing actual
And
products.
do you let them, do you watch their work so they go, oh shit? So I remember I did a show for BeastMaster, which was shot on 35mm. We shot 66 hours of it. And I remember I started watching the dailies. So I wanted to see what was coming across on camera. And I remember watching a couple of scenes I did, and I was like, oh, don't do that again.
Absolutely.
You know, and I started...
Feeling what you learn.
Well, yeah, but then I started getting too critical, and I stopped watching the dailies. I realized I wasn't in the scene as much because I'd been watching it. Yeah, I was like, is this looking right? Is that looking right? Is that working? Is that not working? But then after a while, you do enough.
There's a process of separation.
Right, absolutely. It's like anything. It's like you look like the baseball. There's baseball on the TV. In the beginning, you're thinking, keep the elbows up, turn the hips. And after a while, once you get the hands down,